Welcome back to Wow Drama Stories. Timestamps are in the description box. Story 1. Opie writes, My daughter, 16, Megan, just finished her cancer treatment. She's lost her hair in the process, and she's been incredibly insecure because of it. She no longer meets friends, nor welcomes them at our home, nor even meets family in person. It's been bad to say the least. But her stepbrother, 18, Ben, has been making it worse with his nagging comments and jokes about her looks. He's tried taking and posting pics of her secretly to share, but I shut that down, even though my husband thought it was just, quote, harmless teasing, unquote. My husband's sister's wedding was last week. The family wanted Megan to go, but she didn't want to go. I spent so much time trying to help her and convince her to start socializing again and see family. She agreed under the condition that I let her wear a wig, which I agreed. Not only that, but I took her shopping to pick her own wig, and she looked beautifully stunning in a pixie hairstyle wig. My husband and Ben laughed when they saw it. I don't know why. We went to the wedding and everything was going well till this happened. We were all sitting and we started talking about Megan's look. Suddenly, Ben reached out and pulled her wig and exposed her head. I was shocked. I froze, but Megan yelled, then took her wig and ran. Ben, his cousins, and some guests started laughing. I was upset, especially when I looked over my shoulder and saw my husband sitting next to his mom and laughing. I lost it on Ben and berated him in front of everyone, then took my stuff, got Megan, and got into the car and went home. Ben and my husband didn't have a ride home, and my husband kept calling me, but I didn't respond. He came home asking about me leaving mid-wedding and upsetting his sister, and then leaving him and Ben with no ride home. I argued with him about how Ben embarrassed Megan and humiliated her publicly, which must have ruined what's left of her self-esteem. He said it was just, quote, kids teasing each other, unquote, and that I overreacted and Ben had no malicious intent. He was just messing with her. I said I was sick of it, but he said that this is their way of bonding as step-siblings, and I was getting in the way of it and being overprotective and unreasonable. We didn't talk after that, and Ben is refusing to apologize, and his dad is backing him up. Opie, your husband, and his son are massive a-holes. They don't get to tell you and your daughter that you overreacted. I don't like this kind of thing where people tell other people after they've done something to hurt them, they have the audacity to tell them they're overreacting. Or in this case, you're being overprotective. That sounds like gaslighting to me. This is not how siblings bond with each other. Ben was cruel. He had no compassion for Megan. That's not bonding. That's being a bully. And also being in a toxic environment, being surrounded by people that are so unsupportive and enjoy taunting you when you're at your lowest, that's actually very bad for your health, for your immune system. Now, I don't know, Opie, what your circumstances are, your financial circumstances, especially after dealing with cancer, but I think you and your daughter will have a much happier and healthier future without your husband and Ben in it. Let's get some comments. You are the a-hole for staying married to this man after the first time he dismissed Ben's teasing of your daughter. Be a better mom by leaving him and not subjecting your daughter to any more of your husband's or Ben's behavior. Someone else writes, you would be the a-hole if you stayed married to this man. I would be kicking him and his a-hole son to the curb. Who the F makes fun of a cancer patient? Better yet, who lets someone make fun of a cancer patient? Why are you staying with this man? Someone else says, actually, I think his entire family is trash, to be honest, especially those two, but there's clearly something wrong with a lot of them. And a final comment, that's your sign to leave for your daughter's sake. What you are allowing your daughter to be put through for the sake of your marriage is ridiculous and cruel. As a mother, the first time it happened, I would be pissed. The second time, I'm gone. Your daughter has no self-esteem because you're allowing her tormentors to keep doing it. For the love of your child, leave and get her into therapy. We don't have any replies to comments or updates from OP, but I'll keep an eye on that and pin it in the comment section if there is anything in the future. Story 2. OP writes, Okay, so I am a regular at the local gym, a massive one, but you see a lot of the same people. There is a particularly attractive woman that works out the same time I do, so we see each other a few times a week. We have never spoken, but always wave and smile and go on about our workouts. It's obvious that people check her out, and she's clearly aware of this based on her clothing, or lack thereof. Last week, I was on a machine next to her, and I noticed a younger dude, hardcore bodybuilder type, kept looking over where we were, and I initially thought he was staring at me. I'm a father of 3 with a dad bod, so I thought it was weird. It was then that I noticed he was actually checking her out. I've seen many people do this, both male and female. I didn't think much of it until I realized he was covertly taking photos/videos because I could see the reflection in the mirror where he was standing. What makes it worse was that she was doing the leg machine, where you spread your legs really wide in the butterfly motion. I got her attention and told her what was happening, but I quickly realized when she smiled and politely told me she doesn't speak English in a heavy Brazilian accent, she didn't get what I was trying to say. Well, the dude noticed I called him out and left the weight area. What I didn't know was that he was waiting to confront me in the locker room. He basically got in my face, called me an a-hole and said I broke the, quote, bro code, unquote, and said a bunch of stupid stuff like, quote, she likes it, that's why she dresses like that, unquote. I have no interest in fighting a roided up dude that could clearly destroy me. So I rather feebly responded with, quote, there's no photography in the gym area, there's signs everywhere saying that, unquote. After he tells me to go F myself, etc., etc., I head home and tell my wife what happened. She thinks I should report it to the gym management. I'm not trying to be a snitch or anything, but I keep thinking if I saw someone do that to my daughter, I'd want someone to look out for them. Am I the a-hole? Edit. Changed, quote, female, unquote, to, quote, woman, unquote. Also, I realized I was unkind in my comment above referring to her outfit. For those of you that asked, she was wearing a fishnet rope sports bra that was neon orange, with small black pads that cover the pointy bits. Also matching neon, quote, booty shorts, unquote. I had on one other occasion seen management ask her to change this specific outfit, as it did not meet the clothing requirements for the gym. Let's get some comments before we get an update from Opie. Okay, you're definitely not the a-hole for wanting to make your gym a safe place for women, and reporting this to management would be totally appropriate. Well done. But I wish men, including you, would stop making assumptions about what is going on in a woman's head based on what she wears on her body, because you all are frequently wrong. That's a minor thing though. The main thing is that you want your gym to be safe, and that's great. Let's get one more comment and then we get the update. You would be the a-hole if you don't report it. That's sexual harassment. Men frequently ask what they can do to be allies for women in their lives. Call it out. Stop him from doing this again. Do you think it was his first time doing something creepy like this? No. Was it your wife last time? Will it be your daughter next time? Does the woman have to be related to you for you to care about the situation? Report it, please. And here's OP's update. Well, this got sideways quickly. So I went to the gym this morning and met with management. I described the situation I witnessed, and the manager immediately knew which woman I was referring to. Side note, apparently she's gotten a handful of complaints from other gym members. He actually said, quote, yoga moms, unquote, for her clothing choices. Note, I don't care what she wears, just giving you all the info I got during this meeting. As I was reporting the incident and giving the description of the guy, he actually walks in the gym and the manager points to the dude and says, quote, "That guy," unquote. Of course, the bad guy sees what's happening and we all make awkward eye contact. Bad guy fills up his water bottle and casually walks back out to the parking lot. Manager tells me they take these things very seriously and they write it up and say they need to check the footage from the day it happened, which he said should be pretty easy since our entry/exits are time-stamped and he knows the lady's name. If they can catch it, they will immediately deactivate the bad guy's membership and ban him. At this point, I feel like I'm not the a-hole, but here's where it gets sketchy. So I did a quick workout. I didn't see the lady. I walk back out to my car and notice I have a flat tire. When I get close to it, I can see that someone unscrewed the valve stem cap. It's lying on the ground next to the tire, and someone had wedged a pebble into my valve stem. So I got back into the gym, get the same manager, and ask him if they have an air pump. I explained what happened and asked if they have parking lot cameras. He says yes, but where I parked isn't under their surveillance. I park kind of far away, so I feel like I get a bit more exercise on the way in/out. He ends up giving me a basketball pump, which takes me like 30 minutes to pump the tire enough I could drive to a gas station. It sucked because it's like 105 degrees here. So the bad guy clearly knows what car I drive and when and where I'm going to be 4 times a week. May have put myself in a potentially dangerous situation, although I keep telling myself he would have just slashed my tires if he really was trying to threaten me. This is a lot of action in 48 hours. I appreciate all the advice below. I'm not exactly sure what my next move is, but I might need to find a new gym. OP, I'm sorry you're going through this. You know what? This guy is clearly a bully and bullies need to be put in their place, and it's a good thing that he's never going to want to go back to that gym. But definitely you should be careful, watch your back, don't drive the same route home for a while. Just make sure you're not being followed or something like that, because this guy really doesn't sound, well, like he's all there. Let's get a comment before we end this edition of Wow Drama Stories. Yes, you will probably have to find a new gym. However, wait to find out if they ban him. What if you join the gym he ends up at? Additionally, find the exterior cameras and park your car there. Also, they are pretty inexpensive now. Purchase a mobile air compressor or something everyone should have in the trunk of their car. OP replies, not a bad idea. Unfortunately, anything left in cars seem to get stolen in this area, so that's why I haven't purchased one. That's it for this edition of Wow Drama Stories. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, and until next time, wishing you a drama-free life.